So I'm going to do a Golden Globes look from last week, and I happened upon a beautiful lady called Odessa A'zion. I hope I'm saying her name right. She co-starred with Timothée Chalamet in Marty Supreme, and she has the most beautiful curly hair, and I have curly hair. I'm never going to look like her because she's utterly beautiful, but I did want to try her makeup, which is really smoky, and I thought I might give it a go. I can't do anything about the nose ring, but I'm going to try the look that Odessa is wearing. So first things first, skin prep. I prepped my face with the Sunday Riley Jet Lag Face Mist, which I applied about half an hour ago. And then about 20 minutes after that, I applied the Rhode Glazing Mist, which I really like too. So these are great successes. Now, Odessa has a beautiful face and her skin looks amazing. This is the Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow. Try to avoid it on my under eyes because the last thing I want is glowy under eyes. Very Valentino Light Perfecting Foundation. That's just one pump. Look, it's very runny and it's awesome. The thing that I didn't realise is that the Very Valentino colour selections and the names, they call this one a cool foundation, and I'm not cool at all because I was matched in the store. So when I got home, I chat GPT'd it and asked whether this Very Valentino was going to be something that I could wear. And also, I'd seen it in the shop, but it was a bit late really. But I just wanted a bit of reassurance from a machine. I mean, can you imagine? Anyway, it said, yes, it's actually labelled as a cool shadow, but it will suit neutral to warm. I would never have bought this colour online. So I think Very Valentino need to have a look at their website and their labels. Look at that, it's so pretty. I have gone from the Maybelline foundation to the Prada foundation and practically everything in between really. And I have to say that in all my years, I think this might be the best one. Extraordinary claim, but true. So while that dries down a bit, because it does help to leave your thin layers to dry between layers, I'm going to add, just because Odessa's hair is so out there, I'm going to add one of my hero products, which is a Sam McKnight hair oil, and I can't remember what it's called, and I've used it so often that actually I don't even know what it's called. But I'll leave the details down below, as with all the products that I'm going to apply today. So that's my first one, which encourages my hair to curl, and I thoroughly recommend it to everyone. It's supposed to be shiny, but my hair is never shiny because it's too frizzy to be shiny. And then here's my Sam McKnight Cool Girl hairspray, and I've used this before. Just lift it up, spray the roots, and I suppose it's what we might have called in the 90s big hair, but I don't care. I've always had big hair, so I don't care. I've got to get rid of my under eye triangles. So this is my Huda Beauty, I think it's called Peach Light colour corrector. I went for an age not using colour corrector because I thought, I was under the deluded thought that I didn't have any under eye circles, but I walked past myself and caught a reflection in the mirror, and there they were, under eye triangles, and I was like, how did they get there? Of course, I must have been in denial all these years. So just put it on the darker, in my case, triangles, or if you have, depending on what shape your darkness takes in under your eyes, put it there and nowhere else. Right, well that dries down. I'm going to be jumping all over my face because I'm a firm believer, and I've actually learnt to my cost, that the layers need to dry before you add another light layer on top. So Odessa has really strong cheekbones. She's got a rounder face than I have. I've just got a very thin, long face. I've also got bronzer here. There's some here, and some here. I'm just tapping it in, trying not to move it around my face. So bronzer, I'm going to leave that to dry down. Concealer next. She also seems to have a lightened under cheek. Okay, she's got very rosy but bronzy cheeks, so I'm using my Westman Atelier Petal. Odessa's got a really pretty sort of bronzed blush going down. This is my Huda Beauty Watermelon Pop, which is the darkest blusher that I have. And let's see what happens. Does this, now she's got it quite high up. It's so nice to get back to a schedule of recording and uploading videos. You might wonder why I'm here. I'm only here because I like applying makeup. Just finished doing a job because I work in TV for an American network. That show comes out sometime in March, I'm told. It was a very busy time because I tried to upload as often as I could while I was really busy, and I finished last week, and now I've got a little bit of time off where I can just focus on building up my channel. But you can't actually see her cheeks in this photograph, but you can see the bronzer peeking out. I'm going to take my Armani bronzer, which is amazing. She's got it in a very straight line. The one thing that I am a little bit terrified of is her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are very straight. They're very thick like mine, but they're very straight, and I don't think I can get mine as straight as that. If you want to know, most of my brushes are Sigma. Some of them are Morphe and others are I got a collection for Christmas. It was Danessa Myricks and My Kitco, and some of the finer detail brushes are from there. But this is the pressed powder from Givenchy, pressed powder version of the loose powder version that they reformulated and everybody hates. Right, let's get this eyebrow thing going on. Can you see how dark her eyebrows are? Right. Odessa has hooded eyes, as do I, and we seem to have highlighter on the upper lid. This is the Gucci highlighter in, anyway, it's the purple one. And I'm going to just drop that on the lid, like she does. Now, it looks like most of the emphasis on her eyes is black liner, smudged out. Right, excuse my mirror, I just need to be able to see my face, which without my glasses I can't. So Odessa has a thick line winged out, both top and bottom, but only 3/4 of the way in. So I'm just sketching out the shape. If you can see, I'm just sketching out the shape, and I'm going to take a brush. I have no idea what she's got on the rest of her lids. It's very difficult to tell because her eyes are wide open, but I'm going to do my best. But I will do, at the end, something that literally I hate, and that is an overlined lip. I think I look ridiculous. There's a little bit on her top lid. Okay, this is going to take me a minute to get right. Right, that took a minute. I've not winged it out. I've ended my wingette just on my outer lid, because she doesn't have a wing. It doesn't go up, or it just goes out slightly to elongate her eyes. I'm going to go into my Pat McGrath Petal Morphosis palette, and there's a brilliant green here, which I'm going to put on over the top of this pencil to deepen it up and keep it in place. Now, as I don't know what she's got on her lid, I'm going to guess, but while I've got this Petal Morphosis out, I might as well, I'm going to take this shimmer, because it looks like there's a kind of a load of shimmer going on. Pop that on my lid. Which gives it a bit of va-va-voom. I think there's a little bit of brown here in the outer corner. So again, going back to my Morphe palette, I think they've traced a little bit of brown over the wing to give the outer corner even more depth. Then I'm going to my Danessa Myricks and I'm going to take this black. Now, you don't need to use any of these fancy products, they're just here because they are my luxury products, but you can use any black, any brown, any foundation, any blush, and you'll have shades that will help you achieve this look if you want to. I think that my green was a good choice, but it's not giving me the va-va-voom that she's got. So I'm just adding this black to the outer corner.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Now remember, she's an inspiration. I'm not trying to copy her. I'm just going to put some mascara on off camera because that will take me a minute. I tried 3 different layers. I went in with Maybelline Sky High, then I went in with Extensionist, then I let it dry a little bit, and then I went back in with that. That is as near as I'm going to get to false eyelashes. The only thing that I haven't really succeeded in is giving myself I don't have a bronze blush, so I'm going to go in with my Fenty Mocha and just tap that in and see if that gives me the bronze look that she seems to have. And then on the absolute tippy cheeks, she seems to have a bit of pink. So I'm going to try my Blazing Blush from Maybelline. Remember, I'm being inspired. I'm not trying to be her. Can't ever be her. But this is a very, very pretty look. I'm going to go in again with my highlighter because I think she's got a load of highlight going on. There's a bit more. And here. And here. Here. And here. She doesn't have any inner corner highlight, but I actually am obsessed with inner corner highlight. I think it just elongates the eyes and finishes them off nicely. I'm going to do a fun thing now. She's got a mole right there. I wonder if I could get this to work. There you go, look at that. This is my endless cacao. So I'm picking up some of this brown and actually getting rid of it on the back of my hand, and then what's left on the brush I'm putting through my brows, and I'm trying to keep my hand as straight as possible because her eyebrows are so immensely straight. And I'm just trying to keep the brush straight as possible. It's so refreshing to see a celebrity with hooded eyes that hasn't had surgery to get rid of them. I'm not going to mention names. So the bit that's been worrying me all along is this overlined Cupid's bow, but I'm going to give it a go. There it is, overlined Cupid's bow. I'm going to try this Makeup by Mario lip balm in Petal Glow. I hope that it gives me the right effect. I've actually put on a little bit of this Fever Dream by Pat McGrath Lab. It's a warmer colour which suits my skin tone better. There you go, my Odessa Azion Golden Globes 2026 look. I think it's rather pretty, really. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of this kind of thing, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And hopefully I'll see you soon.